good, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Your Average Girl Talk, and you already know what it is. Here we aim to gain and give different perspectives on unpopular opinions and uncomfortable topics, and just some housekeeping stuff to get out of the way. Thank you to everyone who has been watching. Don't mind my raggedy broken nail. We're just gonna ignore that. Y'all know I use my hands a lot. But anyways, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been tuning in for the first time from all these different platforms. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And I also want to let you guys know that I am going to start sending out monthly newsletters with pretty much everything that I've been posting throughout the month and what is to come in the following month. So make sure you click the link in my bio on IG at nick.nack_ and subscribe to monthly newsletters and stay up to date. Yes? But let's get right into it. So I asked you guys on my IG story what you wanted to talk about this week, and you guys chose to talk about second chances after dating. And this was a little juicy or whatever, and I'm kind of excited to talk about it and give some different thoughts, because obviously at first glance everyone's like, no, bye. But we're all about, we're all about perspective here, okay? We're all about it. So I do have another guest. You guys have seen him before, and he's amazing. Hi, it's Jumbo. Okay. So I'm happy that he's here.
Baby, give me one more chance.
And he came to sing for y'all. Y'all ain't know he was a singer. Okay, fashionista.
Right?
Fashionista.
Singer, actor, dancer. I was like, I don't sing.
All of the above. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So if you guys already didn't kind of see who he was, I'll have him give a quick rundown of who he is and what he does.
I'm a content creator, and that's it. Well, it's not it, but for today, big purr.
And that's it. Okay. He's really great. He's super talented, so make sure you guys follow him on IG. Of course, it's going to be linked below. And yeah, I'm going to kind of run with this one, I feel, because I feel like I have experience in it, and I kind of have my thoughts.
Let's hear it.
And I'm also, I'm really excited to hear your thoughts, too, because Joe's I want to say workaholic, but like,
yeah,
that's
I'm a lone wolf.
Yeah, a lone wolf. Like,
I'm a mystic being.
Yeah, like
Haley's Comet.
Ooh, here he goes with all this stuff,
the
y'all.
Midnight Star.
If y'all didn't see our first collab podcast, you need to, because I'm like, what is he talking about?
Right.
I love all of it. So again, at when you first hear it, it's like, of course, like, don't give them a second chance. And I think the general way that this goes is they're together. One person cheats. They try to get back together after like 2 weeks, a month, maybe 2-3 months. That's fresh. Okay, that's super fresh. And I feel like that's not going to work, because I think people do things in their life and we grow from it. And you have experiences.
Right.
So I don't know how much a person can grow within 2 weeks. Okay? Like,
okay. I'm done. I quit. I hate you.
Okay, like, I really...
Hey.
I miss you.
Did you change yet?
Are you a new you?
Or like what? Because I'm waiting, like, it's been like 2 weeks.
I'm literally waiting 14 days and counting. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And so just when it comes to that, I'm like, no, I don't think that's very realistic for things to work out in a positive way when you don't give it time to kind of settle or whatever. You know, it's too fresh.
Yeah.
And I think with experience, like, and this was high school. I mean, we're young. I mean, I'm only 23, but, you know, one of my most serious relationships, I was cheated on in high school, and I literally tried to get right back to it, back to back, and it's like, it just doesn't make sense, and it affected me more, I feel, because I couldn't trust. I was always on edge. I was always paranoid, and it's like, how is that fair to me to feel like this? Okay, and I ain't done nothing wrong now.
Right.
Like, you have to do it for yourself and give it time. You know, if you are going to give a second chance, let it fizzle. Like, give yourself time to heal. Let the situation heal. Let people grow, and let it happen, right?
For sure. I mean, everyone makes mistakes.
Yeah.
But it's like, depending on what they did. Wait, it is cheating, right?
It is cheating. That's what we talk about, cheating. Sorry, let us know.
But if I was in a relationship and somebody cheated on me, well, then that's it. We're done.
That's it.
There's nothing left to say, honestly, because if you cheated, then you never really liked the person, because you would have the amount of respect to not cheat. Yeah. So maybe they're just not mature yet in a relationship, which means that there's no second chances. Maybe give it a year or two, but then you're going to find someone new. There's like 7 billion people on the earth.
There really is. Okay.
And you mad at one.
And you mad at that one.
Because what was the reason?
What was the reason? What was the reason? No, and I agree. The tricky part is the emotions, and I
every
think
time I try to leave, something keeps pulling me back, telling me I need you in my life.
apparently we're doing songs in real life in this podcast
Right,
too,
listen.
and I'm here for all of it because I'm just here for it. And that is a thing. And honestly, I actually did a YouTube video on this on when I cheated. So if you guys haven't watched that, watch it.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I know. Because it comes with growth. But I always said, like, and I'll just kind of like recap what's in the video. Anytime I cheated, I broke up with whoever I was with the next time I saw him. The next time we talked, I cut it off. Because for me, I'm like, yes, it's kind of like I'm checked out. I don't care about how you feel. I don't care about the relationship. And I did what I did, and this isn't healthy. Now, I can't help but think anyone that cheats is thinking something similar. And somewhere in your head, you're like, I just don't care enough.
Right. So there's a disconnect in there.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if they were, well, it's going to suck to say, but
Sorry.
I think if they were happy and if they were really in love or respected you, then they wouldn't even double take.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's temptation. It all happens. You know, no one's perfect. But it's like when you really care about somebody, you're going to do whatever it takes not to hurt them.
Right.
So if you have the strength to do it and behind their back, and they got to find out or this is and that, it's like, well, there's a disconnect.
Yeah. 100%.
So why give them a second chance?
And you really touched on when they have to find out. Because I also think that's a major difference is finding out and then telling them, owning up to what you did.
Yeah.
Because honestly, we've all experienced like the grass being greener on the other side. I have. You know, and you always think there's something better. But sometimes you can cheat. Okay, that's what we're talking about. You can cheat and realize, no, this isn't worth it. And I do care about who I'm with. And this was a mistake. Yeah. Okay, own up to it. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's different. Because if I have to find out and then you're like, yeah, I cheated. Like, boy, I know. Okay. I know. What are you telling me now for? Like, I already know. Yeah. So I do think, you know, there's kind of a certain, I don't know. I just think that kind of just depends. Yeah. Because if someone came to me, and again, it's because I've experienced it, and I've kind of been like, I felt regret.
If they came to you, but then they would respect you, and may just be a disconnect, and that's it. May not just be working out, but they don't tell you, then it's like, then they definitely just aren't mature in themselves. They're not mature in themselves. Yeah. You know what I mean?
No, 100%. And I mean, kind of going back, you have to give it time. And I've experienced this too. So again, that same person through high school was rough. I mean, like, I was going through it. Okay, I was boo-hooing. I was just like I'm not who I am now.
Not the boo-hoo.
I mean, boo-hooing, y'all.
Oh, Lord.
It was rough.
But then again, I feel like healthy relationships they have foundations. Yeah. You know, so when you work on these foundations, you know, it really leaves room for growth in there when something does happen. Yeah. But it just depends on how close you guys are and how real the relationship is, because no one's perfect. Which is another thing. It's like, you know, like if y'all are really in love and something happens and goes down and it wasn't your intention and it was, you know, spare of the moment and there's an actual connection there, then there's room to build and grow from it. But it was just like not, and it's just like playing around and, you know, hee hee ha ha.
For funsies.
Doop de whoop.
Bitty bop back.
Then get out. Deuces.
But I mean, you lead me to that point. It's like this person, I was like, okay, there's like a chemistry. So, fast forward, you know, a couple years later, we've grown. I mean, thinking back, that was high school. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I mean, I'm not the same person. I've matured a lot. So it's like, it's only fair to expect someone else will. So as time went by, we crossed paths again and we ran our course again. And for me, it was like a fresh start. I'm like, I don't really have the trust issue. I was like, I was okay. I gave it time. I gave myself time to heal. So at that point, cheating wasn't an issue. Neither of us cheated within that relationship. We just kind of didn't see eye to eye in life at that point. Again, we grew. We were different. So cheating wasn't the reason that we're not together now. Yeah. But, you know, you have to give it time. I think you really have to give it time because cheating can put a real damper on a relationship.
It's like people do grow up and people do change. Like, I'm not the same as I was in high school, you know, and it's like I had a lot of... Is that a lawnmower?
I think it is.
I was like, is it passing by? But I had a lot of bad friends, you know, throughout my lifetime. And then I would always find really good friends. Yeah. So it's like, you know, as I grew, I put my time into certain people that I expected them not to mess up or do something crazy. I mean, we all mess up, but, you know, it's like putting yourself in this position not to be heartbroken, if that makes sense.
No, absolutely. You have to look out for yourself, and you just learn from the different friendships and the different relationships that you have. You learn and you grow. But I really wanted to talk about this today because a story came up like on the radio. You know, they're always talking about stuff. And the conversation that was had was that this man proposed to his wife of some years.
Yeah.
They were happy in love, beautiful proposal. And he proposed. He was like, you know, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, but I feel like I need to be honest. And he pretty much confessed that early on in their relationship, he had a 2-month affair.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. So it's like, tricky.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's in a sense, I feel like he's respecting her and he cares about her enough to be honest about it.
But not to change.
Well, I don't know. I mean, mind you, so the affair was early on and they were together years after the affair. She never knew about the affair. I think if he really wanted an affair, like, why would he tell her? Like,
right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he knows it was wrong and you don't do that. It's also just like, dang, like, you was really cheating on me and I just never knew. And I'm like, now how am I supposed to trust you?
So
So I'm like, that was tricky. So I definitely want you guys to leave a comment below and let me know, like, if your partner comes to you and confesses themselves later on in your happy relationship that they cheated in the beginning of it. I mean, are you going to say yes? Like, what are you going to do?
That's a hard one.
That's a hard one. I honestly don't know what I would do because me, in a sense, like I said, I do feel like people make mistakes, but I'm like, 2 months is a long time. So any sort of affair, I'm like, that's not like a one night stand. That's like a thing. And I'm like, okay, that's a little weird too to kind of come to terms with. And I don't know. I'm like, if you could keep it a secret like that, like,
what else are you keeping from me? You know, like, what else is the secret?
It opens a whole other door. So although I think his intentions were pure in telling her, I don't think there's much fixing he could really do.
I don't know about that one.
He opened a whole can of worms.
Right, you done did yourself over. You played yourself.
You played yourself.
You done played yourself.
You know, so that one I was like, that was really interesting to me. If this cat is taking over the video. You know, that being said, I'm like, that's just a different scenario that I have never thought about, but I was kind of like, you know, I saw both sides. Like, I don't know, girl. Whoever it was, I hope you figured it out. Right. I don't know, but we're just here to talk about it. All in all, for me, I think it just makes a major difference on if they come to you because it was a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I don't know. We were on a break. It was like Ross from Friends. We were on a break. Like,
never seen Friends.
Anyways,
you're like, I'm like, But
anyways,
I was gonna say it's like everyone deserves a second chance. Everyone makes mistakes. No. Everybody has those days, you know. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, we can all agree. Everybody knows.
Please drop in the comments what he just sang. What lyrics he just quoted from.
But it's true.
I know.
Right, hey, listen. But yeah, so it's like I believe in second chances for everybody.
No.
But it's going to sound cringy.
I'm ready.
You know, like those quotes on, like, Tumblr, it's like, I forgave you, but I didn't love you the same. You know what I mean? Or something like that.
For real.
Where it's like...
But that's real.
I might forgive you, but I'll never trust you. So, yeah.
Like, ooh. Yeah, I mean, it's tricky. I think you just have to give it time. To just kind of, like, wrap it up, I think you need to give it time. Like, don't think someone's going to, like, do you dirty. You catch them in the act, and then you get together a week later. I don't think that works.
Yeah.
I don't think it's healthy for you or them. And everyone just needs time to grow and experience things. So, honestly, if you don't change any variables and you keep going back and keep going back.
That's facts. Something got to change.
Something has to change. That's like the rules of science. Like, you got to change.
That's like Newton's law of physics.
Okay, like, literally.
It's like...
like, this is what it is.
Physics.
So, I mean, that's just kind of where my head's at, and I think you were more cut and... I think you were more cut and dry with, like, hey, okay? But I think the fact that we kind of agreed to a certain extent kind of says a lot. I'm sure probably a lot of you guys watching maybe feel the same way.
Yeah.
But if you don't, I want to know.
A sign of maturity, I feel like, just in general, is being able to forgive people.
Yeah.
And
True.
is being able to look past people's mistakes and see them as a human being.
Yeah.
Which I feel like, it happens in friendships, relationships, just everywhere. So it's like second chances should be handed out because you would want someone to give you a second chance.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think all of us would. Anytime you screw up, you're like, oh, God.
Right.
I shouldn't have did that, and
Right.
here I am. You grow from it.
Right.
So,
we all grow.
We all grow, man. We all grow. Is there any other last thoughts you have before we wrap it up?
We all grow.
We all grow.
But yeah. But like, seriously though, it's like, I guess it just depends on how deep it is. But it's like, everyone deserves to be heard.
Yeah. 100%.
Everyone deserves a second chance.
Yeah.
Not third. not fourth.
Third,
You know what I'm saying?
That's
But
what that
second.
is.
We'll see.
Okay. We'll see. We'll give it a shot. Well, Joe, I feel like that was very straight to the point. Okay, we let them know what it do, how it do. Okay.
Right.
And I appreciate you for coming, hopping on.
Thank you so
and
much
sharing
for
your
having
2
me.
cents per usual. So I love you. I'm
Love you,
excited to do
Terry.
another one with you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you guys did not get a chance to vote, make sure you head over to my IG at nick.nack_ and keep an eye out for my next topic poll. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.